Hello there, people on the internet. This is ShadowGear635 here, doing a review of Purity. Very, very interesting of a character. So if you take a look at her, yes, it's a her. This is a female. This is a lady. This is a lady. It's a lady MOC, which is maybe a little hard to tell. I only say that because a good amount of people were commenting, being like, "Yo, this guy looks awesome," and I'm like, "Yo, it's actually a girl." But yeah, we can talk about that as we go. So, this is also a character that I will not unveil who they really are until the stop motion in which they're revealed explains who they are. I already reviewed Drone, who did appear in the last stop motion I did, which was Attraction. And this was the mysterious voice that you heard talking to Drone. This is the Superior. In terms of talking about who this character is, considering recent spoilers of what Minion is, the smart people, or the ones who have enough common sense, which all of you really do, you can put together that she was also a human. And that is all I'm going to say. She is linked to Minion storyline very heavily, and outside of that, she is... I don't count Drone. I don't count Drone as of yet, but she is the first villain in my storyline that I've created so far. The first. There's more to come, mind you. At least in terms of appearance. I mean, Vanity is technically a villain, but she won't be appearing for a while. So, yeah, this is Purity. You can speculate what the name's about. I kind of have an idea what the name's about. But, I don't know, we'll mess around with it when we get there. So, let's get on to the build itself. Which, as you can tell, it's a very similar build to Minion. If I can just... Oh no! Things are falling apart! I didn't anticipate this. I always anticipate this. I mean, come on. I'm just going to bring Drone in here, who is basically just Minion colored red. And you can note a good amount of the similarities. It is based in the storyline that her body is based off of Minion's body, with some alterations that she decided to make for herself. One of which being her feet, which she has high heels. Because, you know, Lady MOCs always have to have high heels. Yeah, not really. But I had the idea for it, and I'm like, let's use the slicer foot heel idea that people love to use. Give me a good 360 of that. I think they're cool. I think they're very high tech looking. The color blocking, I don't know, like maybe this yellow bit here could be changed to white to make it look a little bit better. But I just love the way this heel looks. I think it looks nice. Articulation with it, in particular, it's pretty much the same as Minion's, except that her heel can't go any farther back than that. It's a flaw of the design, but I think for most poses I'm going to get out of her, I don't think it's that big of an issue. But they can move crazy forward, so that's a plus. Lower legs are, guess what, lol, dragon heads, yellow dragon heads. Yeah, that is... I think that looks really cool. Again, it's the same type of thing. I made Purity before I really recolored Minion into Drone. And it was cool seeing, again, a unified color scheme on this body type, where it's not on Minion, but it's on this. And I just love the way that it looks. So there is that. A couple things to note is that things I did to Purity, like her design... I kind of updated Minion in the process. If you've noticed, I didn't... No, actually, no, wait, I didn't cover this. I don't believe I covered this. I made some slight alterations to her in the legs and in the arms. One of which, back of the legs, have some pieces here. There's some wedges jammed in there. These pieces here are covering up some different bits. If you've noticed on Minion, those changes are there. And the arms, there's an especially good change, which maybe... Oh, actually, no, there's 3 changes now that I look at her. But, yeah, those are the legs. It's the same bend in the knee as Minion's. It's about a straight 90-degree bend, so nothing too crazy going on here. I have a lot of different parts of this MOC that I love, and one of which are her upper legs, which again are based on minions. But you change some. Well, not you. I changed some stuff around. The lower bit's the same. Like the skeleton of this here is the same as it has been, except I had a small bit of Hero Factory armor right here, with a little slope piece there to kind of add some detail. And I just love the way that looks. Like the back of the leg, yeah, it's pretty bare looking. There's not a whole lot there, but I could add stuff there if I wanted to. I really don't feel like it's necessary though. Just the front of this leg, I might use a design like this again in the future for something, I don't know what, but I just I love the way it looks. Now we move on to the waist bit, which I think is a cool little bit of trivia. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to rip the upper half of her body off. And just look at this bit on its own as soon as my camera decides to focus. There we go. If you've noticed, this waist design is Minion's waist design, but flipped around. Normally, if I just take this little guy off, this would be the front of his waist. Like that would be like his abdomen area, and there would be a little bit of gribbly stuff there. But instead, I decided just a little bit of fun, just to flip it around and add that. And I think it works better with the feminine look. Like it's not as bulky in the front. Well, then again, Minion really isn't that bulky in the front either. But it's a different variation I think I enjoy. Also, there's a little number 1 there. There's no real reason for it other than I thought it would be cute. So I just put a number 1 there. Another favorite aspect of mine that I love about Purity is her torso. Which, again, I know I'm a broken record with this already. Again, a variation on Minion's chest with some key differences. One of which being, to make her look more feminine, I took out the little fist piece and I pulled it out a little bit more, added some greebly stuff around it so it can't be pushed in any further than it already can, and give her more of a chest. So it's not too well defined, but it's there. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. I don't need any of that, Michigan. Anyway. Yeah, so we just have these details here. I know I'm not incredibly in focus. There we are. But yeah, there's all that crazy, nice little greeby detail. Add some little plates in there for detail. Borak eyes. Putting that right in there. It's very slim looking, and I just love the way this looks. Might as well just pull off the weapons from the back. I'll get to those later. Her back is very bare. There's nothing, again, crazy going on. It's all just kind of, it's there. Oh, that is so out of focus. You can tell what's going on with the arms. The arms aren't crazy. The major change I decided to add with her is that I gave her extra articulation in her arm. Because Minion originally was able to only bend his arm about that much. A simple 90-degree bend, not that great of articulation. With a little alteration to the upper arm design, she can have that much more, so much more range. And if I'm just going to pull this little bit off of here and zoom in closely enough and make sure this is focused correctly. Oh man, we can do it. Yeah, that looks all right. You can tell how that's made, and there's a little tiny lightsaber rod in there. Yes, it's cut. I don't care. I do it way too often now, and I kind of have a little to no regret about it anymore. But you can use other pieces, like there's like little 3 long lightsaber rods you can use, the minifigure tools, like the little like blacksmith axe or whatever, like that can fit in there. And let me tell you, like this sword and shield she has, like she can hold it. And Minion's boxing glove, it can be held up by this joint too. Like it's not gonna hold up the craziest weapons in the world, but like it works as an arm design for an extra bit of articulation. Like it's fantastic. Lower arm, duh. Hand, purposefully decided to give her no fingers. I just chose not to. I don't know. I thought, let's not give her fingers. Let's make her stand out a little bit more, and she can hold her weapons a lot more easily now that she doesn't have fingers. So, I don't know. I thought it was a cute little touch. Moving on from there, we have the head, which is pretty... keep saying interesting, but it really is. So moving up to here, we have her head, which I don't know if you can tell, but she's got a little pair of glasses. Just glasses. Took me so long to figure out some sort of design to make glasses for a MOC like this. How do you make glasses? And I finally found those two little bits. Not in those colors, I had to order them for transparent black. And I'm just like, oh, what if instead of having it connected in the middle, it's connected out on the sides and be able to pull them apart. So technically this is her oh man, that is super out of focus. And technically that is her face, but she uses these as glasses. Which, you know what? For a friggin' cyborg, like that, it means nothing. Like, she doesn't have any definable facial features, she just has, like, this spherical dome-looking head. Which, man, come on! Like, she doesn't need them, but she added them anyway because that's what she had when she was human. So it's that thing of, like, carrying over her original self to this form. And it's not really, like, Minion doesn't do that, Jerome definitely doesn't do that. But, I don't know, it's a small little detail here. I think it's pretty nice. And it's hard to line these up. I mean, it takes a little 2 seconds to try and get them lined up. And you can make them all crazy. And do that and whatever. I did have a little stupid thing I kept messing around with where I can give her an alternate head design. Like, I really don't care. Like, you can just kind of pull that out a bit. Flip her head around. And then kind of mess with some bits here. And flip that around. And put that there. And then flip these here. She has like this weird looking. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is so out of focus. Man, that's why I don't mess with autofocus anymore. Figured I'd try it out again. Here's what happens. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, she has this weird looking demonic head, which it's okay looking. Like it's nothing spectacular, and I would use it as a legitimate second head if those two little eye holes weren't there. It's so distracting to me. Because you look at it and go, oh, that's a helmet piece. Like, the illusion is gone. Like, it just looks really, really weird. So I'm going to flip her head back around to the right state. And I love this head design. I'm more so happy that I came up with something like this to really work with, like, I want to make something with glasses, and I made this, and I'm super happy how it came out. Zooming out, we have some weapons to cover. Nothing particularly special, but on her back she can store this little buckler and sword, which I've wanted to use this piece. I used it on an older MOC before, but I want to use it again, so I can just actually this little bit. Not supposed to go on there. That's supposed to stay on the back. Oh, jam that in. There we go. Now it's on the back. So you just give her this sword. Just put that axle in. Yeah, now she's got her sword. And then the buckler, the way that attaches, is that you just take that little bit right there and just plug it into the Hero Factory armor. And now she has her little sword and buckler. And this was interesting because, like, this is before I gave most of my characters weapons. Like, if you could tell, for a good amount of time, my characters did not have weapons at all. And I'm just like, let's give her a sword and shield. Let's just do it. Let's give her weapons. And I did it. So yeah, that's Purity overall. I really love this MOC, and I can't say a lot, but like I'm in love with the character that I created for the storyline and what I'm going to be doing with her. And Junie's a big fan of her too, because she helped me create this character, and she's going to help develop her as a character as well in terms of voice work, in terms of stuff she really wants to mess with. So overall, like I'm so happy. Like, this is a villain. There's going to be some conflict going on. Like, shit's going to go down. And I want it to be more than just like, lol, here's some facts that you didn't expect. Like, I want there to be some gravitas. If you've seen the stuff I've done with Soent, Stories of a Nightmare Toa, it's really amateurish. I want to imagine I'm better at it now. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to a lot of this. So yeah, this is Shadow Gear 6235. I hope you all enjoyed the review. And have a wonderful day. Spay and neuter your pets.